What you got on your heart, Sean? Hey! Whoa! Say, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Very deeply stained within. I was sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry. From the water, who lifted me. Anybody know from?
two legs. But here we are tonight, two men waiting on our favorite group to get up. One thing I know about God, He ain't got no
Hey, everybody. It is your girl, Boss Lady. I am so happy to be on another episode of the Quartet Corner. You guys tell me if you can hear me clearly. Because the last episode or two, I just felt like it was so much distortion. I ain't like that. So I had to put in my earbuds to make sure that you guys hear me. So yeah, today's gonna be kind of interesting. Look, I got my iced tea, so don't y'all be thinking I'm like Harold got his Jesus juice. No, I got some iced tea, and we're gonna be talking today. Yeah, I probably gonna wish I had some Jesus juice, because baby, who I got on today, I think that it's gonna be interesting. Okay, Gerald said he's trying to get back on, so yeah, today gonna be interesting. Do me a favor, share this live. Um, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I think that's become my favorite thing. We got a lot to talk about. But before we go into that, it's some stuff that I want to announce. Um, as you guys know, this is the official Quartet Music Award month, which is the month of June. Let's see, where's that flyer at? Boop, 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 boop. Bam! Yeah. So it's an all black affair. I picked up my dress today. And let me tell you, y'all ain't got to worry about my split busting and nothing like that. I'm be covered at the end of the day. My legs is long, so I can't cover all my legs unless I just, yeah, I ain't gonna do that because I know it'd be hot down in Augusta. So you ain't got to worry about all of that. But I did get my dress today. Well, picked up my dress. This is the QMA 2024 All Black Affair featuring live performances by the Soul Seekers, Maurice Yancey, Young Men for Christ, Men of Praise, the Burgess. Who is that? Trey Burgess and company. So amazing. Woo, woo, woo. Sent by God. Listen, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. If you guys in the area or don't have anything to do that weekend, make sure you hit the Augusta area because everybody and anybody of Quartet will be in the building. Also, Glorified, July 26th. July 26th. Glorified going to have a live recording. Right? So we need to try to make it down there, even though I feel like Alabama is just so freaking far from St. Louis. But I'm gonna try my best to get down there. So Glorified got Daryl Pettis, Mama Evelyn, Lisa Knowles, Daryl Walls, Crystal Smith, Anthony Moore. Man, I'm telling you, these are all the features on these new songs that they got. If you didn't get a chance to watch the interview with Glorified, go and watch it. It is amazing. I think it's so funny. Then let's see. The Quartet Bash #9 in Chicago is coming up. Man, when I tell you this is a star-studded quartet, I think this is probably one of the biggest quartet concerts. Probably not just in Chicago, but I don't know. This is. I want to say, yeah, this is kind of huge. Like we got the Gospel Legends, Daryl Pettis, Roy in Revelation, Bree Holly, Men of Praise, the Mickens, Young Men for Christ, Glorified, the Wells Brothers, Lil Harry, Exalted, Joey. Man, listen, and then Harold and Justin Rufus is going to be the MCs. Listen, I don't think you get no better than that, right? And then here we go. I need to. So if y'all just tagging on, this is iced tea because I'm kind of sweating and hot. But if you guys gonna be in the Chicago area for the Quartet Bash, make sure y'all come in the night before because we're gonna have a quartet basketball game. It's gonna be Team Sherrod versus Team Boss Lady, and I am recruiting. I'm recruiting. We don't need nobody that's out of shape. You ain't played ball since high school because that. In fact, I'm gonna have a consent form for everybody, a waiver. Everybody on my team gonna go sign a waiver. So yeah, one of those things. Hey y'all. As you guys know, tonight I will be speaking to the one and the only Mr. Jerol Tyson, the national promoter. This is gonna be interesting. This is going to be interesting, baby. If I was y'all, I would just go ahead and get you something to drink, get you some popcorn, and it's my boo. Hey, Alex, that's my baby right there. Hey, Alex. And let me also remind you guys, if you're going to be in the St. Louis area, you guys know that I have the Boss Awards. Well, I have got, what is it? Boss Lady Gospel Entertainment. Then I got the Quartet Corner, but I also am the CEO of the Boss Awards, the East St. Louis metro area Quartet Award Show. It is just for quartet, and I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who would have ever thought that I had a award show? But, you know, God favors who he want to favor. And I thank the Lord that I'm one of the ones. So, yeah. I'm trying to make sure that he's ready. You guys do me a favor. Please share this live. I think this is going to be interesting. I really think this is going to be interesting. I think I need a fan. We got a fan. We ain't got a fan. I'm burning up. I don't know why I am. I don't know why, because I don't know why I'm hot, but I'm hot. So I don't know. All right, Jerol Tyson, you ready for me? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready. I don't know what makes him think I can hear him. I can't hear him. But anyway, you all know him from his own show. You know him from different social media outlets. You know him because he has, I guess, his stage name, his title is the national promoter, Jerol Tyson. He also he promote different shows and give awards across the country. Yeah, know what this is. He has his own talk show and he interviews so many different people and play videos. Hey, so amazing. So this gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I promise you, this is gonna be interesting. So you guys put the seatbelts on. We got a lot to talk about tonight, and bring it to the Quartet Corner for the first time, Mr. Jerol Tyson.
Hello, beautiful boss lady. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fine because you are the boss. Good to have you
Now.
tonight. Appreciate your invitation.
And I appreciate you accepting. I truly appreciate you accepting. How you feel tonight?
Lord is blessing. I thank God to be here another day.
Come on now. You cheesing hard now. You cheesing hard. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
And I just want to put this out there. This is iced tea. TJ. This is iced tea. I don't have no Jesus juice. This is iced tea. So don't y'all be on there talking about I'm on here drinking Jesus juice on my live. So it's all good. Y'all, hey everybody, do me a favor, share this live, let everybody know the world promoter, Jerol Tyson. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm just excited. I thank God once again to be here tonight. I thank God for you, and I must also commend you on the wonderful job that you're doing in the quartet and the music industry.
I appreciate it. I do it because I love it. I don't do it for any type of money or anything like that or fame. I do it because I love it. And when you love something, it's not work. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you do it because you love it. So it ain't about me. It's about you tonight. So, Jerol Tyson, how did you come up or how did you get the name, the Worldwide Promoter? How did that ever come a part of your title?
I don't know how worldwide, but I came out the national promoter that was named to me. I was doing programs around Birmingham. I was the only one after George Stewart the Gospel Music Workshop of America was here in Birmingham as your Quartet Workshop of America. After George Stewart, after he wasn't doing any other programs, I started doing them myself around here. And Tyrone Porter called me. And I said, Tyrone Porter? Yes. And I was so surprised. He said, Mr. Tyson, we're coming to Birmingham, Alabama. And I've been calling around to ask is it anybody that could host from the host city that knows quartet, that can know how to get the people from around the country, around the state to come to the quartet. And I said, yes. He said, well, they told me about you. I said, really? I said, he said, well, do you think you can give me some people from around the state and everywhere else? I said, well, I try my best. I just know a lot of people and I just try to meet people. He said, Mr. Tyson, can you give me 1,000 people? Can you give me 500? I said, I'll do the best I can. So I had set up something where he said, Mr. Tyson, if you can get me 500, 600 people, I will honor you as a promoter. I said, really? I said, I'm so excited. And he was talking about,
From one show? He honored you as a promoter from one show?
Yeah, yes, because it was in Birmingham and he really needed somebody to get the people from around the areas. Because, Sean Jones and everybody was living at that time. He was already established, but he needed a host city. And I was the one here in Birmingham. So I went and got people from the east, west, from the Florida line, which is Mobile and those areas, and then the Huntsville, which is the Tennessee area, and the Mississippi. So I went around, started traveling, and we got people to come out. And it was on a Friday night, and matter of fact, it wasn't as packed as we was expecting, but we had a great crowd, and he did honor me. That's the first time I ever received a plaque, and I was so happy. From there, I just start honoring people from everywhere and traveling. So that's why I became national gospel promoter, traveling around the country, honoring different ones.
Okay, got you. So how did you get involved in quartet? Were you a quartet baby? Did you just start this thing a couple of years ago because you just found a love for it? How did you get involved in quartet?
Well, I always liked the Mighty Clouds of Joy. Everybody else was out there. When I was in high school, I liked the Willie Neal Johnson. I used to play those records, but I was a DJ in the clubs, in the nightclubs. And I was partying, and sometimes I drink my little beer and stuff, and women and guys would travel all over the city and out of town, follow me DJing. So I would DJ at the clubs and everything. So I was a police officer at the time, and one time I was drunk driving. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And I hit two cars, tore up one car, tore up my car, tore up a rental car and everything. And me being in law enforcement, I didn't have business doing that. So I said, I thank the Lord for sparing my life. And it's time for me to do one thing. Either do this, go to jail. I could have killed somebody, hurt somebody, or let it go. But I love music and I love DJing. So I said, well, the Lord touched my heart to stop these clubs, or either I'm going to end up being locked up or hurt. So I didn't want to alcoholic. I was just party, clubbing. So I decided to, Lord Jesus, please take this away from me. So what he did, I said, well, I got all of these speakers and this big sound system. What I'm going to do? Because I love music, but I love gospel also. So the Lord blessed me where I was playing for this funeral home, playing gospel on the radio. And I had so many viewers and so many listeners till I started playing gospel music. I looked on Facebook one time. I seen, I'm going to give him credit, that was Devon Womack. I said, who is this? I was ironing my clothes, getting ready for work. Who is this playing this gospel? I heard him talking about Buddy and the Straightway Travelers and all of that. And I said, who is this guy? So I started following him. So I knew I could play great gospel music also, and on the radio. So I said, I'm going to try this. And I'm going to start playing music on Facebook. So I started playing some of the best music. I started getting supporters and followers and everything. Everybody started listening. So I started building up a crowd. I said, I kind of like this. So I started playing music, and then I met this young lady by the name of Cassandra Glenn Watkins. And we started going to program. And I started honoring people. We started doing our own programs here in Birmingham. I was bringing Doc McKenzie here. I brought Lee Williams here. We started building up and we started traveling all over. And Lil Roy was the first one we did. We honored Lil Roy on stage. Me, him, and Jennifer Company. At the time, also Pastor Ricky McDuffie had passed away. We were in Hartwell, what's that? Georgia. And they invited us to be with the Alabama girls, but everybody liked me so much. We honored the DJs and everything on that program. And then Pastor Rick and McDuffie. They had me to speak on the program, to speak to the family, honor the family. And Lord Jesus, boss lady, so many people wrapped their arms around me and everything. And it was on Facebook and everything. It's on YouTube. And that's how I began to travel. People start calling me, asking me to, Timothy Thomas. You know, the two ladies that passed away that had the COVID, they sung in a group. Both of them died. I think God had called both of them home. It's been about 2 years ago when they had COVID. Two women were singing in the same group, Women of God. So they paid me for hotel and everything for us to go up there and honor them. So that's why I started. And I started honoring people all over, start traveling all over the country.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you've been knowing Jennifer. Let me say, I think she got the best branding. Jennifer and Company. You've been knowing Jennifer for a while then, huh? Okay. So she was around when you first got started.
Yeah, it was Cassandra Glenn Watkins. Me and Cassandra, we was known all over the country. And we started getting on all these big stages. People started getting my phone number. They started watching me on Facebook. We started building up more and more. We started traveling on Doc McKenzie. And that's when it really started too. Doc McKenzie honored me and Cassandra Glenn. He said, I want you to host my anniversary. And he came out there with this great big old plaque. And he said that we used to honor people. But he honored us by surprise with the big old plaque. And we hosted the program, and it was a success. And I started meeting other artists and everything. So we started traveling everywhere. And as you know, from there, I started being on all these stages around. I started booking, and I started putting programs in other places, putting my money up, finances.
Okay, so how long ago was this? How many years ago was that?
The Doc McKenzie, that was about over 4 years, about 3 to 4 years ago. And McDuffie, you know, Pastor McDuffie, Ricky McDuffie had went on with God, called him home about 2 to 3 years ago. And right before then, Lee Williams, I had been promoting, as I say it, when Tyrone Porter came here. So I really been in this business, really promoting, probably about 6 or 7 years, believe it or not.
Okay, so you're not new, but then you kind of new, but you're not new. So I think you're doing very well for yourself, just to be hitting the scenes for real. I think you're doing very well.
Yeah, traveling up and down the highway, it has came to a point now where they're calling me. I'm on about 7 to 8 different programs throughout the country. And matter of fact, Harold Turrentine and I are going to be working on 1 or 2 together. And now we're traveling everywhere. So I'm getting bookings. I am totally surprised to know that my Facebook Live, my program on Facebook is to bless others. It's also, there's a lot of people that are sick. And I'm the one that stays on from about 8 o'clock at night to around 1 or 2 in the morning.
You do.
And the people are on. And now I have over 10,000 some odd followers. And the majority of the nights, I have at least close to 1,000 viewers or a little bit more.
Okay, I don't know why I'm so thirsty. I don't know. I think it's my medicine. So y'all excuse me. If y'all see me drinking, it is iced tea. I got to keep putting that out there. I am very, very, very thirsty. I've been like this all day. So y'all please excuse me for drinking. But so it's saying all of that. Like what is it what is your main purpose for hosting or having your show? What is your main purpose? Is there anything that you're trying to accomplish, or you're just doing it because you love to do it, or do you feel like God has sent you on an assignment? What's the plan, or what is your purpose?
It's an assignment. I'm glad you asked that question, because when I was a police officer and all, I retired, hurt on the job. The parking hit me in my head and put a little scar, not a bad scar. If you bless me to retire, I would put all my finances in promoting gospel, blessing others. And the purpose of that, there's a lot of people that are at home that are sick and shut in, that need help, even quartet groups. We want to bless them. My program is to go into men and women living rooms, these artists that you see all the time they're singing, but you never heard them backstage. You never did like the Doc McKenzie, the Little Roys, are the legends. You always see them, but you never talk to them personally, like the Williams brothers. I've done Bobby Jones on my program. These type of people that we want to find out what type of life do they have. Willie Banks Jr. Have been on my program. So we're trying to do is find out, what do they do? What do Micah Boone do? Tell us about your lifestyle, and what do you do when you're not on the stage? and find out they're totally people just like we are. What type of lifestyle? Also, these people that, like I said, they're sick and they don't have anywhere to go. This is so encouraging, so inspirational to these artists. Also, to get the groups out there that never been heard. Groups that are trying to get out there, that they're trying to get their music out there. A lot of times they can't get on these big stages and they don't know how. So what we do, use our platform to the glory of God to interview these, to let them know they're just as big as anyone else. They're just as important as anyone else. Now, first, I always try to get the well-known artists, the ones that are recording, that's national. But now God has put me in a place now where we can just try to get these people, trying to get them booked. Also for me, benevolence. Some of our artists have sung all these years. Some of them started when they were 17 and 18, never did have a full-time job because God blessed them to sing. So they had a career as singing. But once they got older, they didn't have any insurance. They didn't have any finance and any benefits. So sometimes we had to bring these artists on our Facebook to bless them to raise money. You know, even those that have passed away. And I feel so good about some. It's kind of difficult for artists or for the friends or the members of the group when somebody passed away to let them know they don't have enough to bury someone. But they have to, you know, that's what my program is all about. To bless, to get my people out, save Christian men and women, to bless these artists that are having financial time or doing or somebody that's lost their job. We have artists that during the pandemic, I even brought Paul Beasley on one time. He was going through a difficult situation. We wanted to bless him. We even blessed Brother Sonny McClary. What is the man name that passed away? Brother Tommy Spann. We blessed his family. We blessed, what is the guy that sung not too long ago? They call him Uncle, what is the group name? He just passed, Brother Floyd. God, what's the name? Maybe somebody could type it at the bottom. I can't see anything. What is that group? The Gospel Prophets. We blessed that family, and I felt so good about that. So what we try to do is we try to bless people that maybe went through hardship. That's what I use this for. And also to get these artists, even the ones that also have bookings. We want also a new record that came out of something. They come to my program, and we want to be able to play their music to encourage other people to support Quartet.
Okay. Look, you making my job so easy. Like, just ask your question, you run with it. So have you ever, do you manage any type of quartet group? Because I know you were saying that you're helping certain groups or help groups to get notarized or to be seen. But are you managing any type of group?
No, we're not interested. We're not interested in managing, but it is one that I am considered as the CEO of. That is the Texas Keynotes. That is the one that played with Willie Neal Johnson, the leader. He's the lead guitar player, Brother Homer, and they're out of Texas. I'm not really interested in managing the group because of my itinerary, but I am going to be investing in a couple of groups that really can sing. First of all, you got to be able to sing, and you got to be able to get your music out there. Great song. So that's what I would do. The most important thing for me is to get the groups on my platform. That's the best thing I can do for anybody. We don't charge anything. We don't ask for donation, but we do ask the group if they are going to be on our program. We do ask them to put a donation to help with the Facebook and all of that. And most of the time, the majority of the people, Brother Sonny McClary of that's Sonny Brown's dad, the Brooklyn All-Star. He called me not too long ago, said, Mr. Tyson. I said, yes. He said, I want to thank you. I said, for what? He said, you resurrected our career. I said, what do you mean? He said, a lot of things were going wrong and situations, but since I've been on your program, I got 5 bookings. He said he also got one overseas. I talked to Willie Banks Jr. and his wife called me. Both of them did. They said, Mr. Tyson, we'd like to speak to you. I said, what? They said, we want to thank you, Mr. Tyson. Can you believe that we got over 20 bookings? Not all from your program, but we got a majority of the bookings from your program. And a lot of other artists have told me that on my program, they have gotten bookings. Tammy Edwards and the Edwards sisters, they have been blessed to get bookings and everything. And it really makes me feel good to see my numbers, to know that I'm helping some artists some group by getting their name out there. Now, guess what? People start advertising on Facebook with me now. They start calling me, Mr. Tyson. We would like to be on your live. We'd like to be on your Facebook. And it's a glory to me that I owe it to the people. I've gotten out of the club life. God has changed my life. I'm not in this show form of fashion. I'm not at the two who rock the house or anything like that. I'm not off into this. I'm out to do it to the glory of God.
Okay. So in saying all of that, you're not interested in managing. Okay, Drew.
No, because I'm doing about 3 programs a year out of my own pocket, which is costing most of the average program costs about $15,000 out of my own pocket or a partnership. And that's what I'm doing. So I don't have the time because when I'm working on a program, we just got through with the 5 singing preachers. God put on my heart to bring Blessed by 4, Preacher Demetria Smith, Micah Boone, Skylar Patterson, Men of Praise, all of them on the program. Now I'm interested in doing it again. So what we're doing now is interested in going abroad. We have one in Mississippi that's coming up with the legends and George Dean. And now I'm getting programs. So that's what I'm doing. It takes me about 3 to 4 months to put a major program together. So what we're interested in now is going from city to city, investing our money, rent different churches and coliseums, doing programs. So that's what we're doing.
Okay. Now I just heard you say that you spent $15,000 out of your own pocket to promote,
and sometimes with a partner.
With a partner, okay. But that's still and
sometimes by myself.
Yeah, to me that's a healthy price for a quartet concert. You know, that's just me. You know, but I'm in the East St. Louis market, and you know, things are a little different than where you guys are at. But in saying that, do you guys usually see any type of return after you then dished out a lot? Because $15,000 is a lot to me for a concert, even though I know there have been bigger tickets. But you know, just to do it out of your own pocket, I know that's gotta hurt a little bit.
No, have not made a dime. Have not made 1 red cent. 1 red cent I have not made.
You haven't made any money?
No, ma'am. And still doing it. Not 1 dime. The only thing that we made was when Cassandra did the Gospel Showcase of America that came to Birmingham, Alabama. Let me show you why we made a profit. We made roughly a $10,000 profit. The reason for that, because each artist had to pay $375 to $250 with soloists. So those artists had to pay that type of money. And we also put it together. Once they're going to sing on that Sunday, they had to pay $500 to sing on Sunday. Now listen to this. We had Jerol Small. We had Micah Boone. We had Tammy Edwards. We had the Alabama Girls. We had Blessed by 4. We had Little Roy. We had Doc McKenzie. And I don't know who else we had on that. Skylar Patterson, Dr. Cohen. We had all these major artists from all around the country. But for that Sunday, we had the Williams singers that Saturday night, along with Ronnie Strong Jr., Airface. So we had all those people. So the only reason we was able to make that because the artists had to pay a certain amount of money to be on the showcase. And we had roughly 30 artists that had registered. All of them couldn't make it because of COVID. But that's why we was able to do that, and the $500 and plus the ticket sales, the VIP ticket. That's the only time I ever made a profit in this market. Because I guess the reason why. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So you're saying that was the showcase. What was the name of the showcase again?
National Gospel Showcase of America in Birmingham, Alabama, about 2 years ago. Okay.
So do you do it annually?
We did it down in New Orleans this year. Yes, we do it annually now. We did it down in New Orleans this year. It was so far. We tried to scope out areas that we think there's going to be that people are going to come out to, and sometimes it's successful, and sometimes it's not. Now, the one in New Orleans did not work out as well. Dr. Bobby Cohen came. We had Little Roy, Skylar Patterson, and everybody. But guess what? Everybody did get paid at the end.
Okay. So with this showcase, and so this is your showcase. This is what you're doing. A lot of times, people especially that's in the quartet community, a lot of times they speak very negatively about showcases because they feel like they don't reap any benefits after they have paid their money. By you being a promoter and also a showcase founder and all this other good stuff, like what could you tell people or groups that's out here that want to be known or want to be able to be placed on a platform where people can see their ministry give? Like, what is the benefits of being a part of a showcase?
Benefit of Pinup Showcase is just like me staying on Facebook 3 or 4 times a week, because if I'm not on there, they don't know me. And once you go to, if you sing in your own hometown, they know you're there, but they don't know you anywhere else. So it's an investment in your group. Esther Wu Ecclesia, any showcase, I advise anybody to go on it, because somebody's going to discover you. Somebody may say, hey, I want to book you. You also be able to get acquainted with other groups from all over the country. But as long as you stay at home and don't invest, nobody's going to know you. You're always going to be local. You're going to sing local. You need to be national. And I don't believe in the word local. I'm not calling you a local. I said you're going to be local because you're going to stay around local areas. It's time for you to get out. Even me and Cassandra at that time, Cassandra probably couldn't even understand, well, why are we traveling all over the country like this? Think about it. We were honoring people all over the country, spending money out of our own pocket. But she was very dedicated with this. We were spending money out of our own pocket, traveling from city to city. And it didn't look like none was on it at first. Then like we're going to amount to nothing. Why are we buying all these plaques? But guess what happened? It paid off at the end. God has blessed me now to travel. Now people are paying me. How much do you charge, Mr. Tyson? Accommodation, hotel, and food for me and my guests. That's what we do now. And I'm on, like I said, about 7 or 8 flyers. I never would have known it. I never would have imagined that people are calling me. And it's some right now. We're gonna be doing Brother Sonny McClary. We'll be with Doc McKenzie and all them. We're gonna be in Whitesville with Michael McDonald and the Harold Turntine. We're gonna be in Georgia and other places. And now 2 or 3 other people have called me. I don't need to let it out yet. Major artists that we're gonna be help MCing the program, either with me and Harold or me with Drina Penn. Some of us gonna be working together. I'm just amazed. I'm blessed to be able to. I thank God for this. I never would have thought me start playing on Facebook Live, honoring different people, and come out now. They got me as hosting all these programs. And we have a following on Facebook. So anytime somebody come on my Facebook Live, expect for somebody to discover you.
Okay. So is that the main reason you think that artists should, be a part of showcases?
You're going to have to, because the radio is not playing your songs, okay? If it's not Kirk Franklin or somebody like that, and you don't have the type of money, and most of the radio station when you and I grew up, they're out of business. And now the radio stations you got to have money to play your song. So how are you going to get it out? You got to get it out by traveling or being on Facebook and mingling with other groups. Other than that, you're not going to be known.
So what do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that a lot of these groups are making, even when they're on social media or going to, or just being a part of a showcase? What are some of the biggest mistakes you see that they make?
I think, personally, your personality is, first of all, you cannot be on social media cussing. Do you hear what I said? You cannot sing in front of me, pray with me, and everybody seeing what you're doing. It's not all about dumping no house. It's not all about this stuff about saying this is dope. There's no way, and I'm going to say it myself. There's no way in the Bible they're speaking about dope music. What is that? We're getting too worldly with this. We're smoking marijuana. We got our pants down. We got our hat on in churches and men. And this is totally disrespectful to God and to the people. You got to have a character about yourself. When people see you doing this and they go on Clubhouse and hear you cursing, you're going to lose a lot of respect. And those are some of the things that I don't think you should do. Don't try to go out there now, sing everybody, trying to show out. All that stuff is not of God. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I didn't get into for this. If it was, I would have been still out there in the world. We're supposed to be separated from the world. We shouldn't I'm going to tell everybody this. Regardless of if y'all disagree, whatever. We should be singing to the glory, every praise to our God. but we want to show ourselves. We want to show out in front of people, and we want to dump the house. We want to, and it has gotten so used to it now that everybody said, we're dumping the house. But you got a lot of sincere men and women of God out there really singing for the Lord. And only what you do for Christ will last. I've done things myself, but I've taken this more serious because so many of us are dying and all this stuff. We're playing games, and at the end, did we do it for the glory of God? And a lot of us are not, and including I'm no saint myself, but I'm asking God to modify myself to do this to the glory of God. Everything I do, not in vain. So those are some of the things that I think, and if you show where you're spiritual, where you're praising the Lord and being sincere about it, I think God will bless you. But your reputation is going to speak a lot about yourself, and people will lose respect for you.
Okay. But you know what? A lot of younger guys or younger people, the generation as of now, they say that they're not doing anything any different from, the quartet groups 30, 40 years ago. Like they don't feel like they're doing anything any different. It's just social media, more people can see it, but a lot of people knew. I mean, what would you say about that?
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being on social media or whatever. But like I say, even the groups that did it 30 years ago, you don't want to even be a part of that. You should do it all to the glory of God. Just because somebody else did it 30 years ago, you don't see nothing wrong with it. But we need to see what the Bible says, and we need to live, let me just say, closer to a godly life as possible. I come here a lot of times, people smelling just like marijuana. They're like dope. You got your pants hanging down. You got your hats on in church. I'm going to just say this again. I just don't think it is of God. I think we should give God all the glory when we come into his temple. And that's what I'm saying. I know just because somebody else is doing it, that don't mean you have to do it, because we have a lot of groups that are really trying to serve the Lord and give him glory.
That is so true. That is true. So, so what is next for Jerol Tyson? Like what? So is this your plan? Is this the chapter? Like this is what you want to do? Just host? Be on, do your radio, or is there something bigger in view that you would like to do besides what you're doing now?
This is it right here. I love hosting. I don't start hosting. I never thought I'd be hosting. I want to continue to build this up where we want to have a call in about groups. We want to give it a calendar where I can have every artist's phone number, musician's phone number, and group's phone number. And the groups that are coming out, that's the next thing we're going to do is get a log, a catalog, where if you need a musician or artist or whatever, you can come to one place and do that. Also, in interviewing more artists, giving more artists a chance to be on my live, to be discovered, for people to find out who these artists are. I don't care who you are. If you're trying to do the word of God, regardless of how big you are, or local or national, we want to put you on our program. And that's something I've never done, like I said. I always was with the Doc, the Lil Roy's, the Legends, and the Tim Rogers. But now we're going to open up to everybody, for everybody to be able to look at Jerol Tyson's program. Also, we want to call in, where people can call in the artist personally on the live to ask them different questions. So my thing is to continue to move up, to get more viewers, to be able to MC, to get groups in small towns. Are we finna get ready to go to Philadelphia, Mississippi? I know that my friend there, what is his name? Freddie Lee. I know he have the program there in the Golden Triangle Award, but we wanted smaller areas, Virginia, the Carolinas, that don't have quartet singing, that can't afford to bring in national artists. My retirement and the finances I have, which I'm not rich and I'm not wealthy, but I don't have a lot of bills and stuff. So God blessed me to be able to do some things like I have 2 or 3 programs a year. That's why I'm able to do that. So we want to travel. That's what we're doing. For the rest of my life, until God called me home, I want to be in all these cities, small towns, bringing in programs and bringing in artists, along with the local artists, and bringing in national artists to have programs in everywhere. That we're going to go abroad. And that's why we're going national, all over this country, different places.
So since you were saying this is what you want to do, and this, you want to do a lot of concerts and hosting. So I guess my biggest question would be, if you haven't gained any, like if you haven't seen too much profit, like financial profit, like how long are you planning on doing that? Because that's a lot of money to kind of lose in a concert.
Well, let me explain.
Okay.
Right, you're right. Well, this little regular house I have is mine. The
Come
cars that
on
I have,
now.
is mine. It may not be
Okay.
the best of whatever, but God has blessed me with it. What I'm trying to say, my kids are grown. I have 2 kids, and
Oh, okay.
I don't have a house note. I don't have a car note, and I don't have many bills. I have a phone bill, insurance, lights, and water. So the
Okay.
expenses, the money I have, I also have a little photography business that I may make $1,000 in 2 hours.
What
I
kind of
have
business you
retirement from,
got?
huh?
What kind of business? What kind of business is that?
Photography. I may make
Oh,
$1,000, $2,000 in 2 hours, and
what?
then I get paid. I get paid the same way I got paid on my job. When God blessed me to retire, I don't have expenses. I don't have support. So whether I make it or not, I'm happy because
Okay.
this is what I do. I can't stop. I've never been on dope or cocaine, but I heard a thing about fiending. I fiend to have a program. When I'm going to stop having one, I find myself having another. I find myself having one in a town. I find myself honoring somebody. I just honored a lady not too long ago that had been very sick, and she had a lot of grandkids and everything, and we blessed her. Now it's a lady now that has cancer, and we are finna. I already got a program coming up in November. I just got through with the 5 singing preachers in September. I got one in November. Now I've just did another program for this lady. Now we finna do another for this lady that has cancer, and we want to bless her financially and everything. So I can't stop. So it don't take much for me. When I was out in the club, I was partying, spending money out there, drinking on women and everything else. So why don't I do something for the Lord? It don't take much for me. I come from a family of 15 sisters and brothers. I have 13 sisters and brothers left. I lived off of meat, sardines, Vienna sausages, and everything else. So it don't impress me about money or finances. It's good to have some money in your pocket, and I thank God that my finances, that I'm able to do what I did. I got paid off twice a month on my job. I work for the city with good benefits, and guess what? God fixed where I can get paid off twice a month now. The same thing, the same money I'm making with benefits, health insurance, and everything. So I thank God for everything He's done. So far as finance is concerned, I'm making just as much money as I did, and even more when I was doing that, and I still work sometimes.
Well, I'm quite sure your inbox is gonna be on fire after this interview.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Listen, I know the Lord has been with me. Let me show you something. When I left my mother,
Okay.
I started. I didn't know what I started living with this woman. Me and her didn't make it, so I started managing the apartments. Follow this now. After I started managing the apartment for about 15 years, the man said, "Well, we're gonna leave, and I'm going out of business." Right after then, I was managing some more apartments. Listen to this. After then, they went out of business. I said, "Lord, well, I've never paid rent in my life. What I'm gonna do now? I guess I gotta go. I hate to pay rent." And let me listen to this real quick. This is a testimony. So I went and started applying for a house. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, I hate to pay rent. I've never done this." So it was 3 houses I looked at. 3 houses I looked at. One where I'm at now, one on the other side of town, one on the other side of town. Well, the area where I'm at now, I know everybody, right? The other 2 I didn't know nobody. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, I don't want these." So the man said, "Do you want to rent or buy?" I said, I guess I rent. No, I guess I buy. Well, once I said I'm gonna buy the house, I signed the dotted line. He said, "It's all yours." He said the maintenance and everything. The central, if anything happened to it, I didn't know about that. He said, "Everything happened to the roof or whatever, you got to pay for all that." I said, "What?" He said, "Yes, it's yours." Well, listen to this. They sent me something in the mail about 3 months later. Said, "Mr. Tyson, we cannot take your payments anymore." I said, "What?" And then houses, it was in some type of, I don't know what, some type of whatever it was. But I went to the other 2 houses. I said, "Are you paying rent somewhere?" They said, "Yes." You know, they buying the house. "Are you paying mortgage?" I went to the other house. They paying mortgage. So my particular house, they said, "Mr. Tyson, you don't have to pay the mortgage or anything else." It had went through the cracks. I had the lawyer to sign the papers, and I only paid about, let me get this right, I only paid about $900 for a $50,000 house. I thank the
Oh
Lord for
wow.
that. I didn't owe
Okay.
anything on it, but the other 2 people were paying. So God has always been there for me. And that's why I
Yeah.
don't have the finance that everybody said. Now, if I had to pay a big car note, a big house note or something, no, I couldn't do what I do. So that's why I'm always doing a concert
Oh,
and buying
okay.
clothes and everything else. I want you to ask me about my clothes,
Yeah,
but because people be talking.
I was just I was gonna ask you about your clothes. I was gonna ease on into it, but I'm glad you said something. Yeah, you have a different taste and style when it comes to your suits and your shoes and your glasses. Like, where is your inspiration from your wardrobe? Like, because every time we see you, it's sequins, it's shiny, it's blinged out. Like, what is your inspiration? Who did you grow up looking at and was like, that's who I'm going to look like? Or where did you
It
get this
wasn't that.
from? It
It wasn't
wasn't?
that.
Okay,
What
what was
happened
it?
is when I met Cassandra Glenn Watkins, and we started traveling to all of these places. We was at in Georgia, like I said, in Hartwell, Georgia, and I
Mm-hmm.
went to a clothing store, and I seen this jacket. And so I'm going to hit the light, and boom, like a disco globe. It was shining everywhere. I said, "Look at this summer gun, right?" I put it on, and he had some gold shoes with some spikes in it. So I put that on. I said, "Look at me in this right here." I I said, "Boy, this is sharp." But let me tell you something. When I put that on,
Yes,
I
sir.
got them gold shoes and go ahead. I said, "I'm gonna go ahead and get this." So when I did that, white people start asking me, "Mr. Todd, so who is you, man? This is sharp." They said, "Let me touch it." And all the black people everywhere I go, and now listen, I had the ladies that I was riding with in my Mercedes. When I step out the Mercedes, I said, "You see this?" We had at least 13 to 15 compliments every time. Everybody was asking where I got that stuff from. So when I did that, I went to the Ecclesia Award, and some guys said, "Mr. Tyson, we was wondering what type of uniform we was going to wear, and we decided to vote for what you had on." And what else got it? I was at the Gospel Legends program. No. At the Swanee Quintet. And I had to go use the restroom. And Ricky Smiley seen me. When I got up, he said, "Sir, come here. What kind of shoes that you got on?" He said, "Take one of them off." And he put it up and circled these heavenly shoes, and was talking about the shoes and everything. And the other guy had on some shoes too. And he compared our shoes, but he said, "These are heavenly shoes." And we found out they had over 100,000 views
Okay.
about the heavenly shoes. So when I started doing this, went and I bought another outfit similar to it with some blue spikes this time, with the blue tie and the shiny, glittery type of coats. So I thought with the tie and the shirt and everything. So I got a lot of commitments on that. The people start taking pictures. Said, "Man, where did you get those clothing from?" So white and black, more white folks was asking, then black folks was asking, women was asking. They said, "Please let me take a picture with you." So it encouraged me to continue to buy those type of wardrobes. Now I have at least about 15 or 20 now. And once you're on stage, I wanted everybody else was wearing regular clothing, clear color suits, regular suits, regular clothing, but I wanted to be different. And now
Okay.
everybody's saying that Jerol Tyson now changed 3 or 4 times on stage. And they said, "Mr. Tyson, you got to, man, y'all wait till y'all see this guy with these different jackets on." So that's why I do it now. And I wanted to be different. And I think it's really, and I've heard too many people commend me, even some of those artists and everybody.
Okay. Yeah, because you have to admit them suits be shiny, and if it's a crowd of 500-600 people, we most definitely gonna know Jerol Tyson is in the building.
Well, one thing about it is like I said, I wanted to be different.
Yeah,
And when you're standing in front of someone, now if I was a laughing stock, I'm gonna make a clown of myself. Though. Okay, remember that now.
I
If I
got
feel
you.
like I was a laughing stock of the world, there's no in the world I would wear that. Okay, but I try to help them. They are rather expensive. Cause the one I wrote at McDuffie's family homegoing celebration, that jacket that's the one there, and it's just really been a logo for me. Everybody's wondering what I'm gonna wear next. And when you're on stage with people, you can't just wear with holes in your pants or run down shoes or whatever. I'm on stages with national artists. I'm on with the legends. I'm on with Doc. I'm on with Roy. I'm on with Tim Rogers and the fellas. So evidently, some must be working if everybody invite you to come. Now, if I felt like everybody was laughing and clowning, I wouldn't embarrass myself, first of all. But I'm getting commendments when people stop and asking to take pictures and want a picture with me. It really makes me feel good. Like Harold did say, remember, the artists are very important, but also you must also have a good host. People, I was at the Heavenly Sons. They paid for me and Cassandra to come up to Washington, D.C. Me and Michael Boone all of us ate breakfast together and all that and lunch together. So those type of things for me to be going to Washington, traveling all over the country, it makes me feel evidently somebody do see something in me. Other than that, they wouldn't have me emceeing these programs. There's no way. And when you got to pay, they had to pay for hotel and nice hotels and transportation and all that stuff. So evidently it's picking up now. I've had Run and Reborn. I thank God for Run and Reborn. I thank God for the legends and all these other people to be calling me to ask me to help MC that program. That really makes me feel good. So God has a plan for all of us. I couldn't understand it at first, but now by me being on Facebook, I have roughly 11,000 followers now. But the majority of the time, I have at least 1,000 people on my live, and it really makes me feel good.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, I think we can pretty much almost hit everything. I think we did everything. Like you pretty much like laid everything out on the table. Do you think you're going to be coming to St. Louis or East St. Louis anytime soon?
For you, I would come anywhere. You're so beautiful. That's for our boss lady. No, boss lady. I am. Maybe eventually I will, but it was something I meant to say. I almost forgot what it was. But eventually I will be coming to. Oh yeah, another thing. The nominations. I've been nominated for so many different awards. It makes me feel good to even be thought of for people to nominate you on just about every platform. And I must commend you for what you're doing, boss lady. You're a beautiful lady. I love your backgrounds and your personality. In fact, I mean, you're a wonderful person with the personality that you have. And I think there's nothing but up for you. God has a great plan for you. I want you to stay encouraged what you're doing. For you hosting and going on these different programs with your broadcast and all. And I thank God it's just a privilege to even be on your program. It's just a blessing for a little bit of man made of clay, dirt like me for you to invite me. So that must really make me feel special.
No problem. It was an honor to have you on here, to be honest. It was good to have you on here. I got to know you a little bit better too.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. And I don't want people to. I have lost a lot of good friends in the past because of people misinterpret who you are, or they go by what somebody else say. You can't do that. You need to learn a person for yourself. There's a lot of friends I had to block, and then I had to unblock them now they find out who I am. So, Mr. Tyson, you're not this person that people portray you to be. And I'm glad of that. Even like I said, I'm just thank God for what is happening with Harold Turntine. I'm glad him and I are some of the best of friends now. We're working together, and I wanted to keep him encouraged, and I have interviewed him and all. And like I said, as long as anybody's right, I'm with them. When you're wrong, I'm not with you. And when I'm wrong, I don't anybody expect to be with me. But he's really moving on up. I encourage him. You're moving on up, a boss lady. I think the world of you, like I said, and I definitely want to be able to follow you and have people to share. And hopefully we can be working at MC and doing something together. So anyone on Facebook now that has a group, I think I would encourage you to join. I don't have any more. I have over 700 friend requests that I can't answer because I'm a limit of 5,000, but we have 11,000 followers. So I wish I could. I don't want anybody thinking I'm ignoring them, but they won't let me do it. And Facebook, boss lady, maybe you could tell me about this. Why do they have, like you have 13 and 14 people, and then time you get off, you got 5 or 6, 2 or 3,000. It's not the next day, but right then. So I don't know they got some kind of restriction on me where it won't show all my list. And sometimes it does discourage me. That make me, at night when I'm on, I got 1,000 people, but it's showing I got 10 or 20. So that discouraged me. But I'm gonna keep on, doing what I'm doing.
It happens. Yeah, I know. Cause like I'm trying to think. I had spoke with Glorified the other night, last week. And I think we had an average of like 30, 40 people like on. And then when I got off, it was like a couple of thousand views.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
was like,
saying.
yeah, I ain't get it neither, but it doesn't bother me though. You know, it's like it is what it is. It's still a lot to learn. Like with the
Boss Lady, can
algorithm
I
and
ask
all.
you a question? You're the interviewer, but can I ask you a couple questions? Can
Yeah.
I?
Sure.
Tell me, what encouraged you to do what you're doing, and how did you end up on Facebook? And understand that you at all the major programs. A lot of time you're interviewing people. Tell me about how did that happen with you? We want to know.
Well, um, honestly, I just wanted to do something positive, and I'm just gonna keep it 100. I used to hear so many people on different platforms would speak so negative of quartet artists or just quartet genre as a whole, and a lot of the artists that they were speaking of, I knew them personally, and I was like, they're not like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like just because you see them on the stage and you just make your own presumption of what you think they are. You know what I'm saying? So you just run with it. So I felt like I wanted to have a platform where artists and concert goers can sit at the table and fellowship, because a lot of the artists that we see that's performing or ministering on the stage, like James McDuffie. I know Junior. I know Junior personally. I know he's a busy man. Like he got his own charter bus company. He got a lot going on. And you know what I'm saying? It's like at a concert, you probably will never get a chance to sit down and get to know one of the McDuffies, because why? You don't know them personally for real. And two, they be busy, you know, but just to give them an hour where people can actually sit down and ask them questions, you know, because like people that's on here, they didn't ask any questions, but like you had a couple of people on here, they want you to come to St. Peter's, what is that, Petersburg, Florida, someone else that, can you come to North Carolina? Like it allows you to, you know, to be able to sit down and talk to people that you probably would never get a chance to talk to across the country. So I just wanted it just a clean table, a clean platform. That's all. Just
Hold
to
on, let
get
me
to
ask
know
you
them.
something. Are you do you enjoy traveling? Because where do you reside again? You in Missouri?
I mean, East St. Louis, Illinois. It's across
Oh,
the
oh
street from St. Louis.
yes. What about John Brown and all them and the boys?
Sean is my cousin.
Wonderful. We got him on the program also. I would like to say James McDuff is on right now, and we appreciate that Pastor Rick McDuff's room. I also encourage them to continue to sing. The way they were singing there with Pastor Rick and McDuffie wanted them to do. Another thing about the McDuffies, they are some of the most easiest, best people you can work with. Rodney
Yeah.
and James, they travel all over Shamika and the wonderful mother. They travel all over the country. They don't try to rob you. And most of all, if they get into on your program, they're really going to bless others and they're really going to sing. So I encourage uh, people like the McDuff. I know the expenses is sometimes overwhelming, but I want to encourage y'all to continue, McDuffie family, to continue doing what you're doing. We love them along with others. So I'm looking forward to being positive, woman of
Yeah.
God. We don't want to be negative. Sometimes you have to straighten people out. Sometimes you have to tell people what you feel. But I don't want that type of life. I had learned how to calm down too. First of
Yeah.
all, I believe in speaking my piece sometime, but sometimes you have to hold it in. But sometimes constructive criticism mean a lot. But make sure you do it in a respectful way when you do it. So that's why people follow me now. I try to stay as positive as possible. And I'm getting support from that. I thank God. And I want you to
That's
stay
all.
encouraged also,
I
what you're
will.
doing, boss lady.
I will. All right. You got any more questions for me?
No, I just hope to have lunch or dinner with you one day because you're absolutely gorgeous and you're so beautiful tonight. You are alluring tonight, as usual, boss lady.
Oh my
You're beautiful
God.
along with personality. You're a gorgeous
Okay.
person. I mean, you have a heart of gold. And it's just
Oh,
a privilege for me to meet this beautiful lady tonight, to be able to be on her program. And I hope I've conducted myself in a respectful manner, I would love to go back to come back on your program at any time.
That would be, I am planning on doing a show with a platform of promoters from across the country, and I want us to talk about different promoting issues or concerns that quartet promoters endure. So yeah, we might have you back on there.
And I don't want to be no miter. I would be elated and gratified to be on it. Please let me be on it. I thank God for the audience that's on it, along with others. If it wasn't from you all, I wouldn't be where I'm moving to be now. I just thank God for being on Facebook and for people to consider to even interview me. And it's been a privilege to not be on this program. And your background, your backdrop, your professional, your flyers. And do you do that yourself? You make all those digital flyers and everything?
I do everything. Yeah, I do all my stuff.
So let me do a plug. So would you do it for others like myself, or do you do these for maybe artists or something? Do you make flyers?
I do.
But please, I need to get with you on something, because that is so perfect. When I first seen it, I almost fell out. I cannot believe this this background. Well, we thank God for you.
Oh gosh, I appreciate
it. Okay, can I tell my itinerary before I go?
Sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want you all to join us. That would be the July the 28th. We're going to be in Whitesville, North Carolina, with Kevin Joyner, and the McDonald sisters are going to be on that program. The Gospel Legends are going to be there. T.C. Smith, Brother Spencer Taylor Jr. also. Also, don't forget September the 7th. We're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, with Brother Sonny Brown and his son, Sonny Brown and Sonny McClary, which is his father, with the what is that? The group out of New York, Brooklyn All Stars. They're gonna have Doc McKenzie on there, Supreme Angel. We're gonna be on that program. So in Athens, Georgia, late September, we're gonna be there. I think September 28th. We're gonna be with Regine Sims, with Gospel Legends, Little Roy, and all of them. Also, don't forget about November the 30th. We're going to be in Tupelo, Mississippi. We'd like to invite y'all to the program in Tupelo, Mississippi. We're going to be there with George Dean, the Gospel Legends, Sean Brown and the boys. That's my program. We'd like to invite y'all there. Also, don't forget about the Gospel Legends program. You'll be hearing about that program also. We're going to be on that program, and we have so many others to be on. Also, this weekend, I'd like to invite y'all to Georgia, the Lynette, Alabama, Lafayette, Alabama. We're going to have Patrick Hollins on that big program that we're going to be on. Also, along with the gospel keynotes. And we are finna get ready to have the 5 singing preachers again. It won't be of Alabama, but the 5 singing preachers from all over the country. We'll be inviting y'all to that.
You got a lot going on.
A lot and more coming up. So we just thank God. Something we're just not to talk about now. We do want y'all to get ready for Run and Reborn's anniversary. That's all we're going to say about that. And get ready for also, I am Doc McKenzie, ladies and gentlemen. We're not sure we're going to be there, but we have been invited to be one of the special guests on Doc McKenzie also. And get ready for the Gospel Legends. And I don't forget about the Swan Quintet. You want to be seeing me up some kind of way.
Okay. That's cool. That is so cool. Well, we had a lot to talk about, and we talked about a lot tonight. And I really enjoyed you. I really did enjoy you. And like I said, it was great getting to know you a little bit better outside of seeing you on social media and just in passing, because sometimes we just see each other in passing at different concerts and showcases. So it was good to have a sit-down conversation with the national promoter, Jerol Tyson. It was really fun. I really enjoyed you tonight.
Well, I love to listen to you, but I can't stand to look at you. You're so gorgeous. I just love to listen to you. But God bless you. Really sincere. I like that you're always professional dress. I must commend you on your wardrobe, the way you carry yourself all the time. Very dignified, very professional, and your dress is just outstanding. The way you're dressing everywhere you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, then, Mr. Tyson. I guess I want to see you in a city near you somewhere.
All right, then.
I don't know. Huh?
They can inbox me. I'm sorry. They can inbox me or
Yeah.
they can call me at my number's on there 205 422 0701. 205 422-0701. Or go on my Facebook. I have several pages, but the one you see me standing in front of Mercedes with the black with the black Mercedes in front of the church. That's my main page.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm quite sure the ladies gonna be running after you after they realize what all you got going on.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is the truth. I do have at least 95% women, at least 90% women on my page on Facebook. And I have more female support. But I carry myself in a respectful way. I do.
Okay.
I have a friend, believe it or not, she blessed me with $5,000 cash.
Come on, friend.
$5,000. Yeah, that was about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
It's no longer, and she
Everybody.
very nice person, and I just don't have to want for anything anyway. I'm very independent, but 5,000 and more.
Well, everybody need a friend like that, I guess. I
Well,
guess.
yeah, good
Well,
friend that, and I must commend her. Michelle, we thank you. Michelle Smith, we thank you for everything you're doing. Also, let's give one shout out to the Alabama promoter, Jennifer Teller. That's the beautiful young lady that you see with me all the time. She loved Quartet. She didn't know anything about Quartet. We got into it, and her numbers. She's so happy that people are commending her artists and everything. They're inboxing her now, and she's traveling, and her name is out there very well.
awesome. That's awesome. That's great to hear. That really
We
is
don't
good
travel
to
by
hear.
ourselves now. I do need to clarify that before I go. A lot of people think that they see me with a different woman all the time. A lot of times that's not true. But I am a man and I am single now. I'm not married anymore. I am single. So I do not travel with men. I travel with a female. So no disrespect now, but I just say I travel. I don't travel by myself. I will not travel by myself. Maybe every now and then, but other than that, when I'm going uh 5, 6, 700 miles, I don't travel by myself.
Okay. That's good to know.
All right, boss lady. We hope to come to St. Louis pretty soon. I'm East St. Louis, Missouri one
You,
day.
East St. Louis, Illinois. But St. Louis is right across the street, so it's all the same.
Well, wonderful, because you're going to show me around. I would be glad to do that when I come.
Okay.
I pray.
That
Let me
that
get
would
off
be
the,
cool.
let me get off
Yeah,
the
that
back
that
here.
would be cool. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Tyson. I appreciate you.
Love you, and I just can't wait to
Love
see.
you
Are
too.
you going to be what's the next place you're going to be at? You're going to be at the QMAs?
I'm probably well, I am going to be on the QMAs. I'm going to be doing the red carpet for the QMAs, but Jay Beck is having a Father's Day concert coming up, so I will probably be in Atlanta before then. So
Yeah, I won't be on the QM. I won't be able to make it to QMAs this year. But I
okay,
must. Me and Jay Beck. Jay Beck is doing a wonderful job.
he
He's
is.
always honoring someone, in which I have not been able to make it yet. But I think Jay Beck is doing this type of thing too to keep people encouraged, and I think he's doing a wonderful job by just out of their own finances and stuff, and just honor different men of God. So God always has a ram in the bush, like He got you doing that, and He had me doing this, and Jay Beck and other wonderful people. So, boss lady, I just must commend you once again, and I just pray that God elevates you all the way up to the top. I know He will.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right then. Well, I'll see you somewhere. I'll see you somewhere. Don't know where, but I'll
God
see you
bless you.
somewhere. I
We hope to
promise.
see each other very soon.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Bye bye.
That was Jerol Tyson. I told y'all it was gonna be interesting. I have to admit, that was very, very, very interesting. What you didn't know, I'm quite sure you know now. And yeah, that was Jerol Tyson. Hmm, yeah, that was Jerol Tyson. So that was cool. That was cool because a lot of times people sometimes people get a misconception of who a person is because of what your perception is of them when you see them. But until you sit down and actually talk to them and get to know them personally, it's a little different story. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Jerol Tyson is hilarious to me. And every time I see him, he asks me on a date, and I just laugh because I'll be like, Jerol, I'm not paying you no attention. We had to go to dinner, and I'll be like, Jerol, I am not paying you no attention. But I love him because he's funny and consistent. But I love talking to him though, because I see him in different concerts, like you said. You never know where you're going to see him at. So, and he's a great supporter. All right. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock. This is Quartet Music Award month, and I think I probably named it that. But tomorrow I have Connie Bird and Chubbs Martin. Y'all make sure y'all log in tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about the Quartet Music Awards, the COO and CEO of the Quartet Music Awards. This year, they got some power hitters. And maybe when I tell you, I get to see the Soul Seekers on the main stage, I cannot wait. So we're going to talk about the Quartet Music Awards and the showcase. And we're going to talk about how they decide, how they get started. In fact, this is the third year, how everything is done. And you guys, make sure you guys log back on and ask them any type of question that you would like to ask. And then if you see the flyer, man, go ahead and get your tickets because we need the support, right? We need to support it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Can we all say tomorrow? I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. All right. And I love you guys. And I will talk to you later. All right. Bye.